Hello and welcome to the Phydeaux Livestream 42. Actually, we'll call this the dead stream.
Oh, no, don't do that. No, do not like it. Stay on the naming.
Well, it's not a live stream. This is pre-recorded on Quicktime because the quality of the live stream last week was so horrible. I've revolted against all streaming until the technology comes up to where it should come up. Yeah. All right. What do we have? I am not as advanced as I should be, but let's see what we got here.
Well, you have been explaining to all of us that you are an artist, you are not a YouTuber.
Oh no, I'm talking about as far as the comic strip goes.
Oh no.
I just recorded the stills on these things, which is why they're out. You guys have probably seen them last week, or maybe you didn't because the live stream really didn't work out that well.
I didn't think it was that bad,
Yeah.
but okay.
Well, here we go. This is the 5th of May. No, 3rd of May, Wednesday. You pushed my food bowl off the table and it broke, so I'm angry. However, Dino cooked his eggplant Diablo tonight, so thanks. More for us, huh, Felicia? And she pushes her bowl off the table. That one
Because
goes,
she is a cat.
that one goes into the archives, never to be seen again. All right, and here's Friday. Well, you may or may not remember on the Thursday strip that I did a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, where the pretty neighbor woman comes up to the door and wants a shoulder to cry on. And Dino says, I'll get my coat, and she asks, is Phydeaux home? So, Dino somehow wormed his way into the date. I'm sorry Phydeaux is late, but I can keep you company until he gets here. Dino, I didn't ask you to join me because I'm not looking for a relationship. So I'm here just as a friend? Yes. Where are you going? I'm going to untie Phydeaux. And there's Phydeaux tied up to the... Dino was friend zoned.
I was so very... I tried so very hard to get that rope to punch. I didn't know what color to use because...
Yeah, I was going to comment on the colorist's work here. He does sort of disappear in the background there.
Well, I was trying to get the rope to punch.
Have you ever thought of leaving it white? Because it's a muzzle.
When you tell me to leave things...
I mean, for goodness sakes, it almost looked like you left her white. I can see there's a little bit of color on it.
Well,
But
she's very pale unit.
he's a very pale unit. Did you say call her a unit?
Human.
Oh! I prefer unit. So,
I do not know her
so our pale unit here is here with Phydeaux now.
That's not what I said.
I had a horrible day at work. Well, what do you do for work? I'm a dancer. Men stare at me. Men pay to look at you. I made $100,000 last year. And he yells to Dino and Bo, look the other way or we start charging.
That's right.
Like I was already said, we.
Yeah, well, it's become the agent on it.
So as I've always said, well, as I've been saying, never draw your characters that small because they disappear. That one goes into the archives, never to be seen again. Okay, here's the following week, the 8th of May. Phydeaux's in bed with Bo. Did you check under the bed for monsters? No. Aren't you afraid there might be monsters under the bed? No. And Felicia, of course, is under the bed. It gives a little roar. And last panel there, tied with chains to the doghouse in the backyard. He has no sense of humor. Did you check for monsters? She's looking into the dark.
I did a good job on the grass, though, didn't I?
No, not really. It looks too uniform. It looks too fake. It's not cartoon. Horrible. All right, let's put that aside.
Uniform. There's no uniform.
Okay. This is Tuesday. Conceptual strip here, actually. If anyone has children, they probably will get it. Microwave the popcorn for 3 minutes. Fake numbers! Or Redenbacher rekindled down on his deathbed. That's what they want you to believe. You're a shill for big corn. Don't tell me what to do. Never mind. Just hit the popcorn button. Ha! You trust mainstream microwave? Further proof microwaves were built by ancient aliens. That's what they want you to think, tool. Don't tell me what to do. And that one goes into the archives, never to be seen again. So, that is the last week that you probably missed if you watched the live stream, because it really didn't record that well. And now I've got to, this is fine now, I've got to reach over and around the camera. These suckers have no dates on them. All right, so,
No dates.
yeah, so amongst the things, we'll figure out what order they go in, if they go in any order at all. They're all on different, well, none of them are finished, obviously. They're all at different stages of being unfinished. That's actually where I'm going to organize it. So put that one first. 1, 2, yeah. Okay. Probably tired of me. Different stages of unfinished. Now I've got to reach up over here to get the calendar. Let's figure out where we are. February, April, May. It looks like we're starting with May. Do I have any? So put these down where you can see them. Do I have any Friday strips? The Fridays are always in the bar room. Any of these in a bar room? I don't think so. No. Nope. Nope. I don't have a Friday.
I thought I did a Friday.
You haven't seen these yet.
Oh.
Yeah. So, to figure out where things are going, we're looking for a Wednesday. That looks like a Wednesday to you. To me, yeah, it looks like to me. I'll read this one to you. This, we'll call it, let's see, 5, 10, 23, and cross that off there. Wednesday. So, we have, actually, wow, I'm looking at the camera. You can actually see the pencil marks. We have Phydeaux, Felicia. Oh, there's just a mouse standing there. What is it you're supposed to be doing around here? Phydeaux asked Felicia. As a cat, I catch mice. Well, how many mice have you caught? What's your job? As the dog, I chase away burglars. And how many times have we been robbed? If you don't tell the humans how useless I am, I'll keep quiet about you. So this one we've got to do inking, the finished ink, and the finished pencil's done.
You rub mine, tell me how to rub your tongue?
You could rub it on. All right, I'm going to put this aside. I'll probably work on this one first. Let's see, we have a 5, 11, 23. This would be Thursday. Just write that down. Actually, it's out of camera range, isn't it? See? Woo. All right. Cross out Thursday. Doing all the boring accounting stuff now. All right. Dino is laying wide awake at night. He sleeps on the floor because that's Phydeaux's couch. And Felicia doesn't sleep at night, so she's wide awake, and there's Phydeaux trying to get some rest. And Dino says, I sometimes wonder if all my worries and concerns are insignificant to an indifferent world. Well, yes, yours are. You have to be a dog to be important. Or a cat. Let's not get ridiculous here. That goes Thursday. Now, Friday is always a bar comic strip, and none of these are bars, so I'm not going to list any of these as Friday. But this is a good candidate for a Saturday strip because it's just the two. And actually, do I have any out Phydeaux in them at all? No, it looks like the entire week is all Phydeaux all the time. Yeah. All right. Whenever I have a strip without Phydeaux in it, I print it on Saturday, and I say that's because Phydeaux wants Saturday off. It's sort of an homage to when I was younger, working for a family company, and I always wanted Saturday off. All right, so this is going to be Saturday. You know, even though you guys probably want to watch everything I do. Saturday, 5/13. Geez, almost Friday the 13th this month. Saturday the 13th. And we have to do the finished penciling on this one today. I'll read it to you. And you can, wow, I'm looking at the monitor and you can almost see the pencil lines. I hope it, when it is finally uploaded to YouTube, it's as clear. All right, Phydeaux's got a shovel, he's digging. Felicia comes up behind him. Why do dogs bury bones? so no one will find them. Why do cats bury their poop? Same reason.
Yeah, but they bury their poops in indoors.
Yep, you want a cat? You want a cat? You get a box full. Hey, I wanted to point this out to the readers here. This is the only comic strip. Do I have any examples over there? Bear with me a moment. No, I don't. This is the only comic strip that prominently features a cat litter box. Which I'm sure everyone wants to see over their breakfast cereal in the morning. Jay Kennedy from King Features Syndicate. I used to have a comic strip. Well, the comic strip actually that this one was based on was called Pests, and the main character was a rat. And Jay Kennedy wrote in a little private note when he rejected it. I don't think people want to see a rat over their breakfast cereal. Okay, we have Dino and Phydeaux. They're in a restaurant. Plates are all going to be piled with food. I just have the circles now. This is what a rough drawing looks like. I thought you were broke. I am. So how are you going to pay for all this? I'm not. We're gonna run out of the. We're gonna run out on the bill as soon as the waitress turns her back.
Oh, what a terrible thing to do.
It's called Dine and Dash. What a great idea! And he yells to the waitress, which I haven't even drawn here. Hey, we want to dine and dash. Could you turn away? So yeah, I gotta put the waitress somewhere up here. I guess have her carrying a tray, maybe walking by. Yeah, she works hard for the money. And actually, since I have a stable of actresses that I always use. There's our waitress character. Oh, sharpen the pencil. Okay. Oh, there's our waitress character with the tiny nose. And she's sort of looking up, but looking down at Phydeaux, and she has the overdone lips. Ear turns down a bit with an earring, and hair done up in a bun, because they make you do that when you work with food. And when you get your hair in the food, probably should have a hair in there, huh? And I think I just said a few minutes ago, never draw your characters that small.
Yes, you did, I heard. It's also hard for the colorist to color when they're that small.
Oh, well. Okay, that's the rough pencil. I guess I'll need to do a lot of other backgrounds here of tables and make it look like a restaurant. Alright, that one needs a lot of work. Don't know if we're going to be doing penciling or inking when we decide to carry on. Okay, this is a big one-panel one. It's another destroyed apartment. You can see most of it. Okay, we have Dino here, Bo's here. There's Felicia looking at her spilled litter box. There's the mouse, which I don't know. I put him in there carrying a potato chip for some reason. And the entire apartment is destroyed. The windows ripped out, the tables turned over. He spray painted "Bad Dog" on the wall. Looks like there's a fire going on here behind the smoke, at least, coming out of the other room. Bench tipped over. This is the big yellow book for dogs who can't read, Chief Colorist. So be sure to.
So make sure
Somehow
you
the toilet seat and the toilet paper are out here. There's the rug that's next to the couch. The TV has been broken, spidered webbed the screen. There's the plant knocked over and what's remains of the couch. And meanwhile, Phydeaux is knocking a hole in the wall and he busted a pipe and the water is leaking. And the punchline is, if you don't like the way I wrecked the apartment, move! It's sort of a tradition that I do at least one wrecking of the apartment a month. I don't think I've done one in a little while. So there you go, another wrecking of the apartment. The origin of this joke was Phydeaux did not like to be left home alone. I had a dog that did not like to be left home alone. And that's that. And,
did the dog mess up your place?
oh, whenever he could. We don't, actually, I forgot to put dates on anything here. Let me take this one back down. All right, we've got, no, I didn't forget to have dates. We're so early in the process that there are no
Oh,
dates.
yes, yes.
So, this, for some reason, the Dine and Dash feels like a later in the week one. So gotta figure out what to do Monday the 15th of May. Okay, let's put this one on Monday the 15th of May. I haven't read this one to you yet, and in fact, I haven't even finished drawing it.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Bo is in his pickup truck. Phydeaux's gonna be looking at this sign here, it's handicapped. This is a handicapped parking spot. Won't you feel like a jerk when you get out? I've drawn a lot of other people, witnesses. And people see that you're not handicapped. And Bo is going to have some sunglasses and a white cane. And he said, I got this covered.
Terrible, terrible.
It's a double joke because, well, he's blind and he's driving. And it's the stupidest thing that you could pick as a handicap anyway. And he's a dirtbag enough. And he's a dirtbag enough to want to. Yes, these are not sterling characters. Well, let's get a Dixon type on a road pencil over here and finish the rough penciling on this one. Wow, that mangled that pencil. Much better. All right. You must put on the glove because, as I often say, cartoonists are the filthiest creatures on the face of this earth. And I need to keep the page as clean as possible so that chief colorists can mess it up on me later on.
I don't mess it up on you.
Okay. So I already start drawing this. This is the pickup truck. I still need to do there are two. There's a little like running board thing here, and yeah, the back comes down and it's about that high. I'll just leave it kind of rough. Figure out later on. I got to put Phydeaux in here somehow. Should I keep him on the ground or have him sit on this bumper, which is See, the challenge is to get Phydeaux close enough to Bo's face here. If I put him on the bumper, yeah, then he can be leaning on the mirror. Otherwise, he's standing down here. Yeah, I'm going to put him on the bumper. Put his ass right. Do a circle here to make his ass, torso. Do little sticks for the legs. I always have long necks. And then now we can get his paws up on the mirror. And it looks like he's sort of doing that.
Excuse me.
No problem. So this is going to be a completely strange live stream because I don't have any non-alcoholic beer and I don't have a cigar. And the Coke Zero, I believe, is warm.
Oh no. Batting the 100,
Batting 1,000, yeah. Nothing's working. But hopefully this will be a slightly better quality, and someday when the technology is made available, we can return to the world of live streams rather than this pre-recorded QuickTime live stream, which I'll.
Yeah, I have a question for you. You do not edit. If this pre-recorded live stream, you do not.
Well, I don't have any editing software.
Oh, I know.
And I think there is editing ability, slight editing ability in QuickTime, but I don't plan on editing anything.
I was going to say, do it.
Yeah. Part of the charm is the spontaneity, chief colorist.
Oh, yes, spontaneity. But
And usually at this time while I'm drawing, I will have some sort of scripted material to talk about, and I don't this time. But I do have a few observations that I wanted to dig out.
all right.
If I could find her. Where are you, Bree?
You're actually
Oh,
looking,
here we go.
you're looking for Bree?
I found Bree Larson. Oh, let me just fix the page here. The headline was Bree Larson wears a lace bra. Yeah. Will this help her career? Well, yeah, okay, I'm gonna help her career now. There we go. A little bit of smile there, Bree. There we go.
Oh, you can't say smile to Bree.
I made the observation on the internet. Bree wears a lace bra. Oh, good career move. Now lose the bra. Too many of there used to be a thing when I was a young kid. We called them sex symbols. Women were allowed to be sexy. They were. I'm sure Farrah Fawcett did not like all these men looking at her, but she still posed in bikinis. Women are not allowed to be sex symbols anymore, and I really believe this is what hurt Margot Robbie's career.
You know, they say that. I don't see how she is unsexy. I think she's still sexy.
She's sexless.
Okay.
I'm a man. Take my authority for it. We're very visual creatures. But I've become a fan of Miss Larson again. Just because she, during some questioning, she was like really, you could tell she was kind of frustrated that her sequel wasn't named Captain Marvel 2.
Oh, yeah.
It's yeah. Don't you remember? I won an Oscar. I was the woman next to King Kong. Yeah.
I've never seen that movie that she won the Oscar for. It was pretty good. I think my mom saw it.
I couldn't tell you the name of it.
The Room.
Oh, okay. The Room was the one with.
Okay. One of them is a terribly badly made movie. The other one is a movie starring Bree Larson about a mother and her child being locked in a basement room by some guy. So she had been kidnapped and she gave birth, I guess, while she was kidnapped. And she was down there for years. So it's an Oscar-bait
The
movie.
kidnapper didn't impregnate her, did he?
You know, that I'm not sure about, but I think he did. Because according to I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I didn't watch it. Like, I'll do a true story, and I'll do a true
Yeah, that
crime
sounds kind of
But
nasty.
thing. When I
Yeah,
watch a movie,
I want to be entertained.
yeah, I don't really, like, yeah, that's a little...
Yeah, that's not entertaining.
Right, exactly.
I do not want to see a poor woman locked in a basement and being raped like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that they show that, like, and I don't know that it's...
Yeah.
I don't know, really. I mean, it could just be... I've heard different things about it. I heard that most of it's actually not in the room, so it's like how she deals with it afterwards. But the poor kid who stars with her,
Yeah.
he did this movie with her where he's like essentially born in a basement, doesn't know the world until they get out somehow. And then not very long after that, he does the Shining Part 2 or whatever the hell it was called. Not Red Rum. That was it.
Dr. Freeze, Dr. Kill,
No.
Dr. something. Yeah.
Dr. Calm? Whatever.
Yeah.
And in that, he's actually killed. Spoilers! But anyway, it's like, oh, damn, this poor kid. 2020. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
It could be worse. Star Wars could. Disney could have hired him.
That's true. Well,
Disney
actually,
kills careers.
Actually, he might be Disney. I don't know.
Advice for any actors out there: do not take any work from Disney.
No. No, refuse. Oh, he's 16 years old now.
Diznee. You know how it's spelled.
D-I-Z? Did you just say D-I-Z?
Diznee. Yep, Disney.
Okay, alright then.
It doesn't deserve the name Walt Disney anymore.
Oh my, okay. Isn't there some weird thing like D's nuts or something?
D's nuts. Yeah, he's an internet guy.
So
He actually ran for president a while ago.
D's knee.
Mm.
Dr. Sleep.
Doctor Sleep.
I knew it.
It's good that you have that magic box.
I actually, honest to God, I didn't look it up. I just came to
Oh.
I mean, I did look him up, but I didn't look at the movie.
Oh. Actually, we have a opportunity here to show one of the cartooning tricks that I do. A cartooning trick which will amaze and inspire everyone. Let me just get the pad off where it was. Get my password in there. And we'll pick up our favorite program, Google Search. I'm just going to pull this away from the screen for a second in case there's any embarrassing searches already up there. No. Okay. I hit images. There we go. Google image. It's the cartoonist's best friend. Let's get this close and a little bit of a, sorry about the glare. I'm going to type in handicap sign. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what a handicap sign looks like as I see them every day. But I'm just going to reference it.
Oh no, I just see the sign.
I'm just going to reference it here. What do you think? You want to do the action one or just a classic? Here's the action one.
Well, I grew up on the classic.
Yeah.
I know the action one kind of freaks me out.
There's the action
It
one.
looks like it's going to go backwards.
Yeah. Classic. I'm going to stick with the classic. So, pull up the sign. And right here is the handicap sign. That, let's see, how's this? Actually, that's pretty simple. Square. You do a round head. And this will. Let's try to get somewhat of a round shape there. You're supposed to be an artist, Charles. You should be able to draw a circle. And there we go. We've successfully referenced. Now it's rounded corners and a square sign. And there's like a border all around it that follows the rounded corners. Little things that you probably may never even notice, but if I didn't do the rounded corners on the square sign, you know it was just not right. And there you go, handicap sign. I don't think the sign is shown one more time in this panel. Half of it will not make it by the word balloon, but gotta draw it anyway. A lot of what a cartoonist draws, and particularly in a comic strip like this, is never seen. We end up erasing it. And there we go. All right, see, that wasn't much of a trick. Just to show you. Show a cartoonist who cares. You want to get it real. Keeping it real, keeping it real. All right, last panel. This is, we've got a show Bo stepping out of the truck. With the glasses and let's do a general movement in this direction, leg going this way. This one is still in the truck and let's see. Give me a boy. Sorry about that, Bree. Just knocked Bree Larson on the ground. I'm going to do the vanishing points here and here. So when he steps out of the vehicle, I already lost my vanishing point right there on the mirror. Let's put it more central in the mirror so I know where it is.
Now, are you seeing any kind of a monitoring of this, or are you going to have to just watch it fold out?
Pardon?
When we do the live streams, usually I have it on and you have it on so that we can see, you know, what it looks like and all that.
Well,
and you-
to my left on the desktop, where the QuickTime program is running on my computer, I can see the image here, which is why I remarked earlier that I was surprised that you can see the penciling where you couldn't see the penciling on live stream usually. I'd usually be wasting my time showing off the penciling. Actually, that would be the seat inside the truck, and the door has to go off in this direction. It'll probably be on that perspective one. Yeah, let's put the door on that perspective line. Now, here's another question that I can ask myself.
Yeah.
Phydeaux, is he still sitting on the bumper? And if he is, well, actually, that would be the mirror. As the door opens up, here's the door handle. Dashboard goes off in that direction. No, dashboard goes in that direction.
Okay.
Steering wheel would be about right there. So I guess we'll have a hand on the steering wheel. This arm will have the cane. Let's see, how do blind people hold their cane? I wonder if this is something Google can help us out with.
Oh, I don't know.
I
How
just
do blind people hold it?
want to see if I get the hand movement right. No. Let's, where's our Google program? It's in here somewhere. There we go. Google search.
Right, I'm looking it up.
No, you don't have to look up. I got the tablet right here. Let's see how helpful Google can be. Before the invention of Google image search, most cartoonists had to have something that was called a morgue, which was a collection of photographs of actual things in the real world, like a man holding a cane.
It looks like it's definitely with a finger extended. Or two fingers extended. Very close to the top, which is
Well, sort of. This person's holding it like a overhand. Well, hey, there we go. This is the image I want. He's doing they're doing that with thumb on top, index finger curled underneath. Suppliant hand with the other fingers coming that way. Yeah, actually, that's very, very helpful. Thank you, Google. So, that would be his thumb. And since I got to reverse the hand the other way because this is his left hand. This lady's got it in the wrong hand. That's all right. Amazing how I can tell it's a lady. Maybe I'm just being a misogynist, huh?
yeah, there you go. That's it.
And let's see, the thumb goes up and over. Let's get a ruler on that cane. And what I think these canes are, Chief Colorist, classically, they're white with
Yes.
a red tip.
Yep.
I will bring the cane up really high because he's not holding it properly yet. But that's just so I can get the red tip on the bottom in the frame. Okay. So, like Google image search saves the day again. All right. Now, when someone gets out of a car, this leg is still going to be in there, and this one is out on the pavement. Okay, one hand on the steering wheel. We'll do a little wrists. Big black sunglasses.
Need the big black sign.
And actually, we'll do the sunglasses that have the slight side blackouts. I've noticed them on sightless people before. Excuse me, I got a bit of a hiccup there. The famous Phydeaux hiccup cure. Press your tongue on the roof of your mouth.
I don't know if I have that kind of a.
Tongue that fits your mouth?
You know, as I started the sentence, I was thinking to myself, how am I going to get out of this? How many, too many words along. Gotta think of something. Luckily, you kind of stopped me. So, I wasn't going to say that kind of tongue muscle. No, I wasn't going to say that. Because that would be, But anyway,
All right. Yeah. Just gotta draw it so it sort of makes sense. And well, in this panel, Phydeaux was sitting on the bumper. Let's leave him on the bumper. Leave him hanging onto the mirror. What the hell? And parenthesis, 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 parenthesis. That's how I make my word ones. Let's see what we're doing here. I think it's just that part of the hood will show. He's got a pickup truck here, so that's the back of it. And we can use our vanishing point over here to denote where the window goes. And there's the bed. Let's see, there's sort of a kick plate under here. Bumper. And I'm guessing that would be, yes, that would be the wheel. Put the perspective on the wheel, so that's the tread of the wheel. And we have everything. Let me look at my pickup truck design over here. I'm missing that part. We'll do that. And I don't really see the wheel. Guess right around where the C is. It's just a line of the vehicle. That. You know, I probably should have looked up man getting out of pickup truck on Google Images. But I just sort of put this together. It's round. I like to round the things up in the vehicle. Around the door. On this a little bit. Around that edge. Alright. Well, there's the finished penciling on that one done.
that was good. That was good.
I mean the rough penciling, not the finish. This sucker requires a little bit of finish penciling just to define the characters a little bit better. In that case, I'll use a pencil with a softer lead. Get a couple of them lined up. This looks like a job for the Blackwing.
Aha, the black one.
Remember my mighty Blackwing pencils? Yeah,
Yes.
well, look at them now.
Oh, well. Well, you know what can you do?
You can break the tip off the first time you use it.
Oh my god, I've been doing that so much lately. I have to go to the little colors from.
Enjoy yourself.
I'm gonna try.
Don't need you.
Uh-huh.
Don't need you. You can go. It's all right. I can talk to myself.
Ooh. I'm sorry, my love.
Ah, you're all right.
Huh?
You're okay. It's better than making a mess on the floor.
All right.
Actually, speaking of messes on the floor, I'm sorry about that, Bree. But you're in the way of my drink. Thank you to the good people at Coca-Cola for not changing the formula this month. Let's see what's going on here. That's Dino's arm. Let's see what's going on here. His legs look like they're too short. What do you think? The legs too short? Classically, his butt would end there, and the knee. Yeah, his legs are too short. They go down there. And disappear behind this knocked over stool. Yeah, so I'm going to have to redefine this stool so that remember how I said half of everything a cartoonist draws is erased? Yeah, I just drew his legs here. I'm just going to have to erase them. Dino's got the Chuck Taylor All-Star sneakers. And we'll draw them completely. And then when I do this bench seat, those chucks disappear in the background. I guess right there is the only part that really is gone. Alright, so the trucks, the leg sort of peeks out behind the bench there. Behind there. Yeah. And Bo sort of being the boss of the house has a different expression to that of Dino's. He's got to be sort of the disciplinarian.
Did you miss me?
With all my heart.
Aww. And his heart became 2 sizes too big now.
Yeah, that feels about right there. Okay. Now, Bo has sort of got his hands up here because he's got to eventually do something. So. Hands are in movement to get ready to do something. This is not an action pose, it's an inaction pose. Untucked in, one pocket, button down shirt. a classic for men with dad bods the world over.
Nothing wrong with the dad bod.
Well, I hope not, being the owner of one. Okay. There are the two main characters. Put that pencil aside and work on one of the new ones. Let's draw Felicia. Felicia's thinking, oh, my sandbox has been tipped over.
Oh no.
One of the few things in this house that's hers, and hers alone.
Well, nobody else wants. No, I think I've seen Phydeaux sit in it.
And I don't know, I find this pose funny. Maybe it's just me. And this time the tail is coming straight down. It hits the floor, it wraps around to the front. Blocked slightly there by the leaf of the rubber tree that they have. Now let's get a sharp pencil for the mouse. The least defined character in the strip. I have no idea why he's here. Guess I just needed to fill some space. There might have been a smudge there that I want to cover up. Mouse has got a potato chip. What I do is I draw his hand, but then the rest of the arm, it's so thin. It's just I just make it as a line. Same thing with his feet. I could go into minute detail drawing the mouse, but it's a waste of time because it'll only read as a line anyway. Generally don't want to draw anything that small. I think I've stated sometime in the past, I'm not sure.
I think you might have stated it once or twice.
Now here's Phydeaux. All his work just going unappreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a little angry. Why do they give him a golf club, Charles?
So you can be disruptive.
I don't know if I've ever done the joke about the golf club.
I don't know.
Well, Phydeaux will obviously never have played or even heard of the game of golf. So he's going. My theory of humor is looking at something from someone else's point of view. So from Phydeaux's point of view, he would wonder why they were using their golf clubs like that.
What's he using this swinging stick for?
As he's only ever used it to cause destruction. And actually, I'm going to draw this pipe too, because it is almost a character in itself. Splurting water. All right. There's the. You can go back when we start inking. We'll do the lettering on this. And here's another one we got to do a little bit of work on. Amongst the work we need to do with backgrounds, I'm not sure if I want to get into that right now. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to get into that right now. Let's get into the inking. Choose your weapon. Of course, if you know the cast of characters here, we have these two, the old ones. The sucker's a really old one, and this is the new one. New one hardly has a tip, so I can't use it for this. I'm going to choose number 2. Alright, I don't think I have any work to do on this one ink-wise, so toss this sucker aside. And as for the one we just worked on, we can do the panels. It's only a 1-panel strip. But hey, that's actually interesting. How does he draw? This is almost a 2-foot wide, 2-foot long line. Because my little ruler is only 12 inches. You want to draw a complete and uninterrupted line. How does he do it? I don't know. I could. Do I? How does he do it? Do I cheat and use a longer ruler? It's still barely long enough. Or is there some sort of way of doing it with just a 12-inch ruler? Oops. Is that open? Yes, that was open. So what's the over-under on how long it would take until I spilled some ink?
I think you already have.
Yeah.
All right then.
Gee, Charles, why don't you do this on the computer? Then you won't have to worry about spilling ink. Oh well.
Oh, well.
And I also got it on that thumb. The Black Thumb Club. Now, if I touch this comic strip, it's obviously going to be like an FBI profile sheet. Let's watch the cartoonist clean ink off his hands. Oh, what's this? What's this special highlight? More ink.
Stop spilling the ink.
Well, let's try that again. What are you kidding me?
You're not serious. Again?
Exxon Valdez here has nothing on me for spilling. Not enough ink on the brush. And I'm not touching that bottle again until I
Yeah,
clean
but don't.
until I clean it off. Where'd that come from? Not on the brush. There's a racist term here called tar baby. I'm covered in it.
So, it's 49 degrees out.
Alright, that line's done. The funny part is I can't see where the ink is, so I come back and I don't know it's there until after I touched it. And there goes the calendar. Alright. So the human eye can judge parallels pretty well. And I just put this ruler parallel to that line. Run a straight line across it, you know, stopping right there at the TV. Because I'll be drawing something with the TV. If I start back up again, if there is an interruption in that line, I'll get it right on. You won't notice it because, you know, to the end of the couch or whatever that is, cushion. Now it looks like I have enough room on the ruler to make it all the way to the end here in this one line. But do I have enough ink? That should do it. Bingo. It's a completely uninterrupted line.
Awesome.
Now, up here, I've got to make it all the way to that windowsill. That's my first break. Unless I stop over here at the corner. Which, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We do one short line that stops in the corner here. And race all the way over to the window. And have plenty of room to go from the window to the corner, to the end. Alright. Now, you can see that there's a bump there. If I wasn't going to be drawing the window later on, that bump right there would bug the hell out of me. Dropping things all over the place. I deserve to drop. The world famous comics calibrator, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
And you're going to tell everyone that you have the original somewhere.
I do. I have it safe.
Almost like we have this on a script. All right, let's. I got to reach around the camera here, and we're above frame, so just take my word for it that I'm doing something spectacular that you'll never see. No, I'm not moving the camera. I'm just going to jostle it. What I just did up there, it's exactly like this. So, popular asked questions. Gee, Charles, how long does it take you to draw a comic strip? Not a question that's easy to answer. I've estimated that if I were to go from start to finish, it, in an ideal world, would be about 3 hours. But you have to wait for the ink to dry in between a lot of the steps. And the writing, of course, is not included in that 3 hours. I can come up with a joke in 10 seconds. I can come up with a joke in a day. So doesn't. And you're always right. If you're going to do a daily comic strip, it's not just a matter of coming up with one joke every day. You've got to come up with a lot more than one, because that one joke is unlikely to be usable. Half of my jokes I got to throw away just because they're too dirty.
You have dirty jokes now.
I'm a man. I have my needs. I must have my dirty jokes. So have we seen anything interesting on TV this week?
Have we seen anything this week?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't remember. Well, I was out of the house 3 days a week,
Yeah.
so I saw a lot of game shows and Golden Girls. But Golden Girls is actually quite funny. So.
Really?
Yes, Golden Girls is hysterical.
I have never watched a whole episode, so I couldn't tell you.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
Well, that's all right. It doesn't have to be a thing, but it is a funny show.
All right.
So I watched. No, we watched the Friday Night Tights crew in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's not a show though. It's
Internet.
internet.
Nerd, erotic, and geeks and gamers get together. That was last week. We saw the end of Picard, season 3. And I'm going to go on record saying that Terry Nahalis did a good job, but I don't want to see this show with 7 of 9 as a captain that he's trying to pitch. 7 of 9, her ex-girlfriend, and then Jean-Luc Picard's British son. Usually, a child will take up the accent that their family, their mother has. Beverly Crusher does not have a British accent.
Well, you just hear.
And I know they want to hire a British actor because he's handsome and all that, but what, the asshole couldn't do an American accent?
He has a lot of Jean-Luc Picard genes.
So, thus he has a British accent? And Picard, by the way, is supposed to be French. Do you know, in the original idea of The Next Generation, they wanted Patrick Stewart to do it with a French accent? And
Oh, I think I heard something like
there actually is a recording somewhere in Paramount of Patrick Stewart reading the opening Space Above and Beyond in a in a French accent, and he said it was too ridiculous. It sounded too much like Jacques Cousteau. Peter Sellers has ruined the French accent for everybody. Look at this. I already got a smear right there. I don't even know how that happened. So, release the Picard French version.
Oh, I'm surprised it's not like being viral on YouTube or something. I'm surprised nobody's found it and sent it out.
It's somewhere locked away. I don't even think they know where it is. But they don't. I'm pretty sure they don't throw anything away. But Patrick Stewart chose not to do it in a British accent because you have to have a voice coach, and it would get very tiring to hold up the accent just for a stupid sci-fi show that he did not think was going to last at all. He was just coming to America for a paycheck, a vacation.
Didn't he not want this one to be like Star Wars either?
Well,
I mean,
Star Trek, yeah. He refused originally to do the show with any of the other cast members. It wasn't until season 3 and everyone walked away and just didn't give a frick out anymore that Terry Matalas was able to get everyone else on board. Okay, let's put that sucker aside to dry. Another one here meets words. I almost touched the ink bottle. Let me grab another paper towel and pick it up with that. Let's see if we can discover where our ink is. Some there. I I will not be covered in ink today. All right. Between me and the wall, I'd like if I had a little bit more space. But you can't see it. I'd like if I had a little bit more space between the letter I and the S. I got a lot of this empty free space here on the right. You can see the original pencil. It was actually meant to have the R, no wonder, in there. But I thought I had to move everything over, and I crunched the letters too tightly and unnecessarily. So not everything is perfect. Yeah. We actually don't have much to talk about this week.
Well, yeah.
I'm not quite sure if this broadcast actually will ever go out.
I think it should, because they're showing off the talent.
Ah, yes. This is incontrovertible proof that I am the creator of Phydeaux the comic strip. Who needs copyright law? I just have to remember that the camera frame stops about right here. Back in the old days, I used to have like a card, a piece of paper with the Phydeaux, the website on it, and that would more or less tell me where the camera frame was. But obviously, I haven't done that much thinking in regards to this particular broadcast. So a lot of the stuff I'm doing is out of frame.
Okay.
I will, whenever possible, try to get things into frame. Oh, and another thing I do on the general broadcast, I wash my hands so that they actually don't look as disgustingly dirty as these do right now.
You didn't wash your hands.
Before this broadcast, I usually wash my hands and I put on makeup. And
You didn't.
did not wash them. Well, and since they're covered in the ink now, it's kind of be useless anyway. And there we go. We have all the ink off the ink bottle. I hope so. Got a little bit on the table over here now. All right, let's put Thursday aside. This one. This is the Saturday that still requires a lot of finished penciling, and since I decided I don't want to do finished penciling anymore, we put that away. These two I just did the borders on. And they may or may not be dry enough to.
Oh, don't chance it, 'cause then you get a smudge.
I've got some other photos here of Bree Larson. Thanks for the help, Bree. I can do the lettering. And meanwhile, we can look at Bree as she casually drinks a Corona in her bathtub. She looks over her phone as she's taking a selfie.
Ah, okay.
She's wearing a blue dress. She is wrapped in a big fluffy robe on her bed. She is like a regular person at a convenience store, And she is waving and smiling.
Oh my.
I'm guessing she's like welcoming someone into her home. She kind of looks a little bit older and matronly there. And there we go. We get to look at Bree whilst I do the
Try not to
lettering.
smudge.
Whilst I do the lettering and try not to smudge. Yes. And once again, thank you, Bree, for being Bree.
One thing about Bree is she's always Bree. She's never cheddar. Or feta.
This is a handicap parking spot. Oh, I think one of the other things we wanted to do when you had any larger storyline to speak of, you would move closer to the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I don't have anything to like.
Yeah, I noticed that are you watching pro wrestling over there?
No.
What is that?
They're like shorts or something. I don't even know.
It looks like high school wrestling.
Well, that's like what this particular short might be. But I'm not really watching. I'm glancing. It's like
It's okay.
in the background.
It's okay, Chief Colors. You don't have to come over here.
Oh, now I'm not leaving your side.
Stay out of man's land.
I'm in man's land. I'm not in man's land. I'm in man's land. I'm not in man's land. You can't see me, right?
Oh no. The camera only goes
goes
from
to
about
there, yeah.
here to here.
Okay, that's good. As long as you can see.
Well, no, we don't show ourselves. We are just publicizing the comic strip, not the cartoonist or the colorist.
Oh, God, no.
Now you're in your pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
It's Saturday night, approximately 8:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Perfect time for pajamas.
This will go out on delay on Sunday at noon, so that anyone who's used to watching it would still catch it. But I don't think anyone's used to watching it. A few Phydeaux fans.
Did you alert the fans? that
Nope.
you're gonna- Nope. Okay.
I told no one.
Oh, let's see if this goes over. Oopsie.
Usually there's like a little opening party where people get to comment and at least I'll respond to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, none of that this week.
You know, I couldn't get on the Wi-Fi the other day at where my mother is.
Yeah.
I couldn't on the phone anyway. I think she can get on it on the computer, but something.
I set the computer up. I set the computer up for it, so
I know something.
it worked when I left.
I know it's not you. Nobody said it was you. But she was trying to get something's up with the mouse. I don't know. It has a mind of its own. I'm trying to think of something to bring her as like a treat, but the only things I can think of are things that need like to be refrigerated, like,
You going there tomorrow?
aren't they?
Oh no, I'm just asking. Oh, I don't. Yes, I don't. Can't you? I don't tell you what you can or
Well, I
cannot
thought
do.
we had this discussion because I said I
Well,
wanted to
well,
figure
yeah.
out
Well, we left it at your friend wasn't. Your friend was going to church or something. I don't know.
she's going to church, but then she's going out. But I want to meet her there because I don't know like what time she'll be there or what time
Yeah.
she'll.
So I'm driving it. All right.
Yeah,
No problem.
driving me. She may take me home. Depends on what time she's leaving.
Fine. No problem with me.
Mhm. I want to try to get there kind of early-ish because if my mother's like not doing so well, I want to get her in a good enough mood to take visitors because she won't be happy with me if I don't. You didn't even let me comb my hair.
I'd like to get this entire sign in here. If I move the lettering over to the right, I got plenty of room. Why not?
You know, if you gave me $1 million right now, I don't know if I could accurately draw a handicap parking sign. I mean, I could get it probably like 99% right, but
That's why we have Google Images.
I know, but my God, how long have I seen a parked for?
What, 53 years?
Yeah, exactly. You would think I would know them off the top of my head.
She is much older than me, ladies and gentlemen.
Actually,
She robbed the cradle.
Actually, I precede the handicap sign. I think it used to just be like a wheelchair on the ground, or what the hell did it used to be? Because it was not the stick figure wheelchair person now that they have.
I don't know.
I know, I can't remember though. I'm trying to remember what it was. I'll have to Google that at some point. You have a look on the ground, find the ones with the little handicap placard, or a little handicap.
Yes, we know. You have your own reserved parking wherever you go. La-di-da. You don't pump your own gas.
I do not pump my own gas because I am a prima donna, not because I was disabled. There's a vast difference, and I own it. I never even considered pumping my own gas. That wasn't even a thought in my head. I wanted somebody else to pump it for me. And I've told you about that kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The young man who worked at a gas station that was very near where I lived and on my way to work, and of course on my way home from work too, they had two spots. One spot was, full service, and the other spot was self-service. But if you had a handicap license plate, which I did, you could get the full service at the self-service for the cheaper price. And I never went into the self-service because, like I said, never even considered it. And he and I used to argue all the time. He's like, I can do that over there. And I'm like, no, this is not because of my plate. This is because I'm a prima donna. And one day he actually stood over there. Obviously, there was no one else that wait on. He stood over there until I went over there. Like, you're killing me here. Nice dude. Somebody said to me, well, why do you keep going there? I was like, well, I don't want him to lose business over what he's doing.
Bree, look at that Mona Lisa-like face. That's almost a smile. There you go. Yeah, wait, let me help you out.
Is this the drawing of you?
No.
Or her?
No, these are before. Look, this is almost a smile too. There we go. There you go, Bree. Yeah, look sexy here. Give us a smile. Yeah.
All right, you're a little too off on this. Let me see. I haven't seen what you're looking at.
Oh.
Because I can't see.
Oh, you're playing with that. I'll take Bree in her lace bra with a big smile.
This is her Instagram.
I guess.
Oh, she does have. Oh, never mind.
She's trying to look like a normal person.
Oh, look at me, just standing by my closet.
Look, yeah.
Having time.
Look at me. I go to convenience stores like normal people.
That actually almost looks like a fake background. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it almost looks like a fake background.
Well, apparently she's recently complained that she can walk on the street and people don't recognize her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of sad if you want people to recognize you. I wish I had looked at this before you. Oh, there's the one with her smile over there. I was going to say, I wish I had looked at this before you adjusted her smile to see what her smile looked like. I can only imagine.
See, what the Hollywood starlets don't seem to realize today is you want it so people want to see you. That's what a star is. It's someone that people want to see.
You want to look up to the stars.
They're pretty. They don't have to be pretty, but Bree's pretty. She's okay. She looks like America's ex-girlfriend. Back on the floor with you, Bree Larson.
Oh, and look at
I'm done with you, Bree.
What a pretty floor this is.
My floor is strewn with Bree Larsons, yes. Okay.
I had half a mind to go find the broom and sweep up all the Bree Larsons.
Since I'm not going to go down and get Bree Larson to help me out with this one, what else do we have that I can use? No, I got a Phydeaux card around here somewhere.
We have a what?
Phydeaux card. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Please visit FireTheComicStrip.com for all your Phydeaux needs. I can see I'm afraid of setting my hand down on that line there. So I'm just gonna
I
put a piece of paper.
understand completely.
Hey, I just found a use for Bree Larson. Now, if only Disney could find a use for her.
Oh, snap. When is the Marvels coming out? Or is the Marvels coming out?
I don't know.
I know.
But what a train wreck that looks like.
And then the Flash, my God, that's. What about Aquaman 2?
They've been making the Flash for 5 years now. And Aquaman 2 has been done and in the can for a couple of years now too.
I know, and then they supposedly did.
It's like they know, and they just don't want to release them. The longer we hold it off, we can push the loss to the next quarter. We push the loss to the next quarter. Push it to the next quarter.
Movies have been thought up, filmed, and released since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't think we watched any kind of a movie or anything this week.
Yeah, Hollywood has failed us.
Yeah. There was nothing on whatchamacallit, Peacock or Paramount Plus or.
Sure, I'm glad I'm not paying a cable bill.
No, you're just paying
Internet. We just
the
watch.
same amount of money almost just to 5 different people. Just kidding. It's not the same amount of money, but I'll bet you if we got everything, it would be
Yeah, be about
similar. It would be close.
It's would be about the time to get rid of Paramount Plus because they're never going to do anything like Picard again.
Oh no. Well, we only get that.
Picard season 3, I mean.
Yeah.
Shove season 1 and 2 up your ass, Paramount.
Hey, be nice now. Well, we only get that because my
And
mother's
speaking of
mom-
shoving things up your ass, Paramount,
Hey, no.
Starfleet
no.
Academy,
Oh.
the Starfleet Academy TV show, and the Section 38 with Michelle Yeoh. Yeah, you know where to put those.
On Paramount Plus. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, where no man has gone
Gone
before.
exactly.
Or is not, no, where no man is going to go again.
Or yeah. I'm wondering how much, like honestly, I'm sure that I could look it up or someone probably is, I'm sure people have done this before me, but if you got all of them, like the Hulu and the paid Peacock and the paid,
It's more expensive than cable.
it has to be at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Or damn close, although, you know how much my mother's cable is?
Like 115?
290.
Wow.
Yep.
That's silly.
Although it's cable, internet, and
That's just so she can watch dead people in her phone.
and her phone, but still 290. Her house phone, not her cell phone. Her house phone.
Yeah. We're running 1 hour and 24 minutes.
1 hour and 24 minutes, you say?
Yes. Checking the running time is not as easy on QuickTime as it was on Streamyards.
Ah,
All right, let's see. Let me put this away. We'll reorganize everything again. What am I going to do next? I guess I can
give
make.
your wife a great big hug.
Well, you want a hug? I guess I can. You know, I think we should probably cut this short. Because I gotta wait for ink to dry and everything. I really don't want to smear anymore, and I am covered with ink as it is.
Oh, okay.
And plus, we'll get to see if any of this actually recorded, and if it didn't, then when I do the
You
live.
still have time to do it again. Or,
Oh no, I'm not gonna do it. Oh, I can't do it again. It's just gone and into the ether forever. But I will have the energy now to, well, in the morning to do the show properly, and this is at the stage that it would be at if the show went off normally.
okay, that's true.
So
Well,
if I,
good night all.
yeah, if I had done the live stream normally, this is about the point that we would start, and we're ending. I'd like to thank Bree Larson for appearing here. We love you, Bree.
Special guest appearance.
Special guest appearance for Bree Larson. We love you, Bree. And I hope you find a career.
Oh my.
Get away from Disney, Bree. They're destroying your career. Get away from Disney. You're a beautiful woman. You can do something.